asset path. I didn't realize it used the SAS Rails gem, but if you'll remember, our issue was getting this nope, not that either. Let's find it here. I thought it was already still open. I think it was in here. Yeah, so we've got stuff in here that references like fonts and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm also just going to warn you, I've got a little bit of a stomach issue. And so if I end the stream real fast and then you get like Codineeer 2.1 in the 100 Days of View listing, that's why anyway, I'm not feeling great, and I'm having the kinds of issues that make you run out of a room quickly to take care of issues. So anyway, yeah, that said, yeah, so you've got these URL, right? And so it's tough, right? Because what it wants you to do is it wants you to change it to something like this, which I can do. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it, right? Because it says URL. Right, and I know I want to change that. I'm wondering, VS Code find, replace regex, regular expressions. Oh, here we go. I was going to say, can you do that? You can, okay. Because that makes it a lot easier, because then what I can do is I can change it to does that mean I need to escape these? Well, let me try this real quick. Alright, so yeah, it's giving me no results. Okay, so that's matching up. But that's not. Invalid regular expression. Unterminated group. Use regular expression. So I escaped that. And what I'm looking for is essentially that, right? So Yeah, that's what I figured. JavaScript regular expression. Use regular expression. Match whole word, match case. See, I don't think those are going to help me. Let's see. Still don't like that. Okay, so that works. That works. Now, dot usually just means any. So there's something wrong with this regular expression here. Now, usually dot star is anything with a quote at the end, so that blows up. And we're going to replace it with URL. Asset path $1. We'll put that in quotes. So that's what we want. Yeah, usually a question mark means one or more characters. The files sidebar does not support, or the find in file widget does support look ahead syntax. So what if we do nope. All right, so let's say that we can have yes, I know. So A through Z, 0 through 9, dot, / question mark. Let's try Alright, I am not a regex wizard, so... Okay, why isn't it finding more? That's weird. So no regex, no results. So it's not finding this at all. That is bizarre. Oh. Yeah, it's not finding, it's not seeing it at all. Okay. Well, the fonts are just in, so that actually is going to screw things up. Because the fonts I put into, I just put them into the public folder, so this is actually just fine. Okay. Okay, so it is finding URL. Weird. Alright, so that looks like it's working. So home is pulling in Bootstrap, main. Oh, main. Hello. That's interesting. All right, let's try this one more time. So URL. Oh, it was. Do it on a regex. That needs to be escaped. Boom. So that closes the regex. So we're going to say dot plus question. Dot plus. Let's see how greedy it is. That looks good to me. And then if we replace it, then we want URL asset path $1 question, or yeah, quote $1. Repeat. Did it do it? Asset path. It looks like it. Of course, the regex matches this too. Anyway, we're just going to come down here and say because we did put all of the images into the asset pipeline, which, yes, is a wonky bit of wizardry in Rails. And there's probably a way to do this in Webpack. But I don't care. Whoops. Okay, we got them all. So now close that. Start it again. Right, because all these images now are in images. So if we bust open darn, I really thought it would pull some of that in. Inspect element. So carousel. Oh. So you've got right here URL images resource mobile. Dang it, I hate it when they do this garbage. Alright, so let's go back over here. So usually the console will tell you the ones it can't find. Format found, flat icon. I'll do a full project search here in a minute. So what were the other ones that called in? Because it looks like that's not really kind of a thing. Hang on. Asset path. I think I need to get rid of that. So no more regex. Probably could have just safely replaced them all. No results. Save file. So network should be able to tell me what it's not finding here. I don't know if it'll tell me where it's being called from. So it looks like it should be importing flaticon.css. Oh, wait a minute. I think it also wanted us to rename this. I'll rename this one too. I'm just going to restart it because I don't know if it caches like the .css, and now that I've changed the file name, I don't really expect this to have fixed it, but 7. Will it tell me where it got called from? Nope. All right, well, it looks like some of this is coming through on here. Yeah, why do that? That's stupid. Okay, this is actually a placeholder. Okay, we're going to need another magic regex. So, images. All right, so how do I get an image path out here? Is it asset path here too? Let me go. Let me find the first one. Column slides. Because that'll either blow up, right, if it's not... it didn't blow up. Mobile.png. My stomach is telling me stories. Okay. So images resource mobile is not present in the asset pipeline. So images resource mobile is right there. Right? So let's see. No idea how up to date this page is. I wish they would put a version in, right? Asset path helper. Yeah, image tag. I'm assuming it's going to go look in the right place. Right. asset path, asset path, because according to that document, those need to be set that way. And it says this isn't in the asset pipeline. Looks like you can also do image dash path. Yeah, right there. All right, let's try that. Alright, so that got saved. This gets saved. Let's just make sure. Oh, that's right. I didn't put asset path in here. It's still saying that it is blowing up. It's not finding it. Yeah, I'm not going to jump on JavaScript Jabber today. I just feel not good. And I pinged them, so. But it should be putting it in right here, right? Inspect element, placeholder. It's got that weird percentage at the end. But it looks like it put it in properly. Something else must be referencing it. Yeah, right here. It's getting a 500 error. Assets, resource, mobile. No present conversion of nil into string. So that works. It's just putting a percent on the end for whatever reason. So I probably fat fingered it here. Yep. All right, so looking for URL, images, slash, and we're going to replace that with URL Yeah, still not doing a lot of view yet. Sorry, folks. All right. All right, so now we should see okay, so that's got its wrapper around itself. Okay, well, it's looking more promising. Looks like we've still got a few of these that are just not going through, but more of them are. Mobile-1 is not on this page. Okay, so that means it's got to be in the CSS somewhere. So this might be screwing it up. So screen mobile image. Yep. So that's what's not playing right there. So let's double check here, because I think up here, yeah, same problem. So images slash need to go away. Huh, there we go. All right, so network. So we got a 404 for the favicon. Refresh that. Sort for status, because that allows us to pull some of this other stuff in. So something is trying to grab integrations 11. That's way better than it was. All right. So google.ping. I don't think it's in here. Nope. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. All right, so we've got image source, whatever. All right, so that narrows that down. So if we come up here and we do, I want this to be a regex. And we're just going to make this an image tag. I don't know if I necessarily need the alt option on there. There are 5 of them. Then if we refresh, So that takes care of those. Now it's just integrations. Same deal, different day. All right. Oh, it's got the class on it. So we'll just, whoops, come down here and we'll just add this class $2. Whoa, okay. Wow, hang on. I don't know how that got changed up. That didn't pull that in. It didn't pull in that second regular expression. Oh. Alright, let's try it now. There we go. So we'll replace all those. I don't know what I just did. Save it. Refresh it. Oops. Okay. It's not perfect, but easily fixed. Alright, we're still getting a 404, but it's just on the favicon. Alright, so now all of the paths work, all of the... so I have to write a bunch of copy. I will not actually do that on a screencast. I won't put you through that. But yeah, so... It looks like we kind of got this together. So... Integrations, oh, interesting. Probably wind up dropping that anyway, but we made it work. Standrad, Prameum. I wonder if they do that on purpose. So, blog. Oh, it has a blog page on it. Okay. Anyway, so that's more or less put together. So now I'm going to commit this. Yeah, save all. Oh. Sure, save them all and commit anyway. I don't know if that's going to make a whole hill of beans one way or the other. But yeah, and then I can just go in and I can replace all the placeholders. So yeah, so that's kind of the start of this. I don't know how much Vue.js I'm actually going to be using on this stuff. But yeah, it looks really good. I'll have to find placeholders for all this stuff, but yeah, I can do that. So anyway, so now what I'm looking at is I kind of want to get the dashboard in, which is more of this same process, right? But then I can start plugging Vue.js into that. So I might have to jump in and join JavaScript Jabber after all. So I'm just going to stop here. I'll probably do another yeah, I'm going to skip out just because I'm really not feeling great. So anyway, I'm surprised I've actually made it 45 minutes without trouble. So let's see. So let's jump back over here. And I think this is the, yeah. So this is the next bit of work that we're going to do. So let's close this up. Of course, we're going to wind up opening it right back up because we're going to be putting the other stuff together, but that's fine. So we have an application controller and a home controller. That's interesting because I don't actually have a layout for the home app. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Because typically what Rails does is it'll inherit from application controller, and so it'll use this application.html layout. But I'm not actually using that. But I don't see any reason to do two apps. I'm kind of doing that on Podwrench because I have like the blog end and the app end. And so Podwrench itself is just a Rails app. It doesn't actually do anything else. And the front page and all the static assets are actually in an 11D page. And so I don't know. But if I start modifying the application controller or the application layout, then I'm going to have to move some of this into a home layout. But I guess I can just create a blank home layout, right? Drop the yield statement in, because that's what yields this, and then just tell it, do that. And then if I wind up adding like a blog or anything else to it, I can do that later. So I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's go ahead and kill that for a minute. Rails generate controller dashboard index. So what that does is generates a dashboard controller and dashboard views. We're going to wind up using this guy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this work here. And then delete. Boom. So I'm going to make this work here, and then I'll probably move stuff into the application.html.erb. So let's see. I need to rename it index.html.erb. Okay. So now we've got these CSS things, right? It's going to be a little bit of a different trade. Finder. So asset CSS. I don't know what that desktop.ini does. We'll put this into assets, style sheets. No, I want to put them in their own folder. Okay, fine. New file, application. Because I'm pretty sure that the rest of the pages are all going to use the same styles, right? So new folder. And then this is going to require what's the order it pulls those in on? Oh, right, it's right here. Style night mode framework. And then here we will and icons. It's right there. We'll do that in a second. All right. So far so good. So now if we come over here and do dashboard. Oh, right. We added a new route. Right there. Get dashboard index. And I'm actually going to change that. So config routes. Oh, and the app's not running. No wonder it's not loading. Alright, there we go. So you can see here that, yeah, getting a whole bunch of 404s. So we'll come back in here and we're going to fix up these CSS files. Alright, so we've got fonts here too. And I'm going to do what I did with the other fonts. Assets, fonts. So I'm just going to, hang on. I'm just going to put them in public. Too much stuff. Public fonts. Because it shouldn't matter. And then find and replace. We're going to do that. Huh. All right. So URL images slash so we're going to change that to URL asset path like we did before. Now the issue is that there are way more images here than that. Right there, well, it looks like JavaScript is mostly what's blowing up, but yeah, we've got a bunch of these too. But yeah, so those are all working. So let's go ahead and move the JavaScript over. I'm just going to move the whole dang folder. There's an idea. Because then I can copy folder. Because then I can just rename this. If I can get my fingers lined up properly. Copy. configuration. And then on our framework, jQuery, simple bar, main. So I'm going to wind up replacing jQuery with Vue. And so I'm going to wind up using our Vue thingy. What do they call them? Packets? No, that's not it. Pack. I'm going to be using this Vue pack in order to run everything. So we'll see how we pull that in later. But for right now, I'm just going to pull this in so that it'll all load. But yeah, jQuery is going to go bye-bye eventually. So framework, jQuery, simple bar, and main. jQuery, I think it's 3.3.1.min.js. I guess I just pop that sucker open. What was the order those came in? Simple bar and then main. All right, and then in here, include tag. All right. So now this should be a little bit more friendly. It's not blowing up on the JavaScript files anymore. So now we just need to see where the 1,2,3,4.png are at. And I have a funny feeling that they're in here. All right, so then now what we're going to do is we're just going to do the find and replace that we did before, right? So image source equals assets images slash file name we're going to do and image path $1. I'm already over an hour, so I'm just going to finish this and then I'm going to check it and then I'm going to be done. Alt blank. Yeah, I know that's an accessibility problem. Okay. Well, that's just an avatar. right? So now I'm going to wind up, replacing this stuff either with Rails or Vue. I'll probably wind up just, I don't know. I'll probably wind up doing it with Vue, just because I want to learn Vue. But yeah, now if we reload this, asset avatars, avatar 2 is not in the pipeline. Of course it is. See? It's right. There. Actually, what I want to do and yeah, I know it's going to replace favicon, but that's fine because I'm going to wind up replacing it with whatever I wind up with as a logo for this thing. So, and as I start replacing like these images, I'll probably wind up clearing some of the images out of the page. But see, now you've got all the icons, you've got all the oh. So why is that not working? Course 7.png. Weird. Inspect element. That's not correct. 3.png. Where's the option to view source? Here we go, view page source. 3 dash. Yeah, see, it's just dropping it in here. It's not creating an image tag. Why not? Oh, image path. We didn't set up anything with image path, so whoops. There we go. All right, so looks good. But yeah, if we check out the Course Plus layout that we have here, so we have the dashboard, so that looks the same. But if I click here, it's got a different layout again. So we'll just have to figure it out a bit at a time. But yeah, see, this isn't going to be video. It's going to have an audio player in here. So I may wind up doing something a little bit different. Or I may just wind up having an image, like the course image here, and then just having the audio player underneath it or something. Because this is audio. So anyway, but this is all set up, so I can start working through it. I also do not have an admin set up for this. So anyway, and one other thing that I'd really like to do too is set up like some kind of free account so that it's, instead of browse web development episodes and then browse web development episode lists kind of thing, right? And then you can also browse the courses, right? And so there'll be a free level that people can get that essentially says, hey, get all of the listed episodes for new programmers or for Node.js or things like that, and it'll actually break all that down. But anyway, that's what we've gotten so far. Let me go ahead and commit this. And I don't actually have this up on GitHub or anything so far, but anyway, work on it an hour a day. Now I'm going to go do sales stuff. Got a couple of podcast episodes today. We'll see where we end up. And